Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. We hope you are healthy there. I am Imam Muhammad Ridhawi.
And my name is Teguh Setia Putra.
I am Dimas Ilhamsyah.
Okay, now we want to present about Japan. Check this out. Japan in history. Japanese language is Nippon, located in East Asia and one of countries that never colonized. But in the past, Japan had many colonized countries, consists of Indonesia. In history, Japan was built by Emperor Jimmu in 7th century and now is led by Emperor Akihito by monarchy constitutional system. In the past, on 7th of August 1945, United States dropped a nuclear named Little Boy in Hiroshima. And on 9th of August 1945, United States dropped again a nuclear named Fat Man in Nagasaki. This tragedy was predicted had killed more than 80 million Japanese, but little by little, Japan stood up again and now has been an advanced country in this earth. The culture of Japan has evolved greatly over the millennia, from the country's prehistoric German period to its contemporary modern culture, which absorbs influences from Asia, Europe, and North America. The inhabitants of Japan experienced a long period of relative isolation from the outside world during the Tokugawa shogunate after Japanese mission to Imperial China, until the arrival of the Black Ships and the Meiji period. Japanese is the official and primary language of Japan. Japanese is relatively small, but has a lexically distinct pitch-action system. Early Japanese is known largely on the basis of its date in the 8th century, when the three major works of Old Japanese were compiled. The earliest adaptation of the Japanese language is in a Chinese document from 252. Japanese is written with a combination of three scripts. Hiragana, derived from the Chinese cursive script. Katakana, derived as a shorthand from Chinese characters. And kanji, imported from China. The Latin alphabet, Romaji, is also often used in modern Japanese, especially for company names and logos advertising. And when inputting Japanese into a computer, the Hindu-Arabic numerals are generally used for numbers, but traditional Sino-Japanese numerals are also extremely common.
Literature. Early works of Japanese literature were heavily influenced by cultural contact with China and Chinese literature, often written in classical Chinese. Indian literature also had an influence through the diffusion of Buddhism in Japan. Eventually, Japanese literature developed into a spirit style in its own right as Japanese writers began writing. British traveler claimed that Japanese music exasperates beyond all endurance the European breeze. Visual art. Painting. Painting has been an art in Japan for a very long time. The brush is a traditional writing and painting tool, and the extension of that to its use as an artist tool was probably natural. Japanese painters are often categorized by what they painted, as most of them constrained themselves solely to subjects such as animal, landscape, or figure. Chinese papermaking was introduced to Japan around the 7th century. Later, was developed from it. Native Japanese painting techniques are still in use today, as well as techniques adopted from continental Asia and from the West. School of painting such as the Kano school of the 16th century became known for their bold brushstroke and contrast between light and dark, especially after Oda Nobunaga and Tokugawa Ieyasu began to use this style. Famous Japanese painters include Kano, Sanroku, Maruyama Okoyu, and Tani Buncho. Calligraphy. The flowing, brush-drawn Japanese rendering of the text itself is seen as a traditional art form as well as a means of conveying written information. The written work can consist of parts, poems, stories, or even single characters. The style and format of the writing can mimic the subject matter, even to the point of texture and stroke speed. In some cases, it can take over 100 attempts to produce the desired effect of a single character, but the process of creating the work is considered as much an art as the end product itself. This calligraphy form is known as Sodo, which literally means the way of writing or calligraphy, or more commonly known as Suji. Learning how to write characters, commonly confused with calligraphy, is the art form known as Sumie, literally means in painting, which is the art of the painting a skin or object.
Performing arts. Many articles theater Japan now play at the traditional theater. The four traditional theater from Japan are no Kyogen, Kabuki, and Bunraku. No had its origin in the union of the Sarugaku, with music and dance made by Kenami and Zemi Motokyo. Among the characteristic aspects of it are the costumes, and the style's gesture, sometimes accompanied by a fan that can represent other objects. The No programs are presented in alternation with the ones of Kyogen. Traditional in number of 5, but currently in group of 3, the Kyogen of Morus character has older origin in 8th century entertainment broke from China, developing itself in Sarugaku In Kyogen, marks are rarely used, and even if the play can be associated with the ones of no, currently many are not. Kabuki appears in the beginning of the Edo period from the representation and dance of Izumo no Okini in Kyoto. Due to the prostitution of actors of Kabuki, the participation of women in the plays is forbidden by the government in 1629, and feminine characters are best to be represented only by men onogata. Recent attempts to reintroduce actresses in Kabuki had not been well accepted. Another characteristic of Kabuki is the use of a make-up for the actors in historical plays. Kumadori. Japanese puppet theater Bunraku developed in the same period. They had Kabuki in a competition and contribution relation involving actors and authors. The origin of a Bunraku, however, is their own works about Japan. Japan repugned its approach to Western trading and diplomacy in the 19th century. Western and Eastern literature have strongly affected each other and continue to do so. Music. The main article is Music of Japan. The music of Japan includes the wide array of performance in distinct styles, both traditional and modern. The word for music in Japan is ongaku, combining the kanji on sound with the kanji gaku in Japan. Japan is the second largest music market in the world, behind the United States and the largest in Asia, and most of the market is dominated by Japanese artists. Legal music often appears at karaoke venues, which is on list from the records label. Traditional Japanese music is quite different from Western music and is based on the intervals of human breathing rather than mathematical.
Okay guys, that's all from us. Thank you very so much for watching our video. And for the last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and see you.